Transtibial or below-knee amputees make up 28% of the child amputee population. For these children between the ages of 5 and 12, they will require new prosthetics biannually due to their growth rates. Insurance companies, however, only provide one new prosthetic per year. Additionally, current prosthetics on the market fail to address this need for adjustability, forcing patients to remain in an ill-fitting prosthesis or placing an undue financial burden upon their families. That's why we've created Adjust-A-Foot. My name is Darby DiStefano, and I am here to introduce our revolutionary prosthetic device. The Adjust-A-Foot is a modular, dynamic response pediatric prosthetic foot that adapts to the growth rate of patients and doubles the product's life through its adjustable mechanisms. It is able to do so through implementation of current industry standards in prosthetic design, material composition, and user-friendly interfaces. It is a novel prosthetic that patients are able to wear inconspicuously with typical shoes and utilize as their bodies develop in everyday activities such as walking. The Adjust-A-Foot is truly unique because of its patentable modular design. The design features an easy-to-use knurled screw mechanism which patients can manipulate using their hands without the intervention of a doctor or prosthetist. Because of this, time spent in appointments is minimized, adding time flexibility back to their family lives. Additionally, this adjustable mechanism promotes stump health and gait mobility, and the increased life of the product results in added savings. Our patients are invested in the Adjust-A-Foot as they seek to own a prosthetic with a longer life that minimizes ill-fitting discomfort. Prosthetists are equally as invested as they see this as a cost-effective solution for their patients. According to Title 21 of the FDA, external limb prosthetic components, such as the Adjust-A-Foot, are considered Class 1 medical devices and subject to general controls. Therefore, regulatory delays pose no threat to the commercialization of this product. We seek to establish relationships with key distributors in the field of pediatric prosthetics. We are asking you for an investment of $100,000 to finance the next phase of carbon fiber prototyping and small-scale clinical trials. We believe that this investment will serve well as the assessed market potential of the Adjust-A-Foot is $85 million alone in the United States. It is due to serve 1,400 new pediatric amputees each year at an annual purchase price of $10,000. It is important to note that the Adjust-A-Foot is not only for transtibial amputees, but for any lower limb amputee, broadening its market potential. The Adjust-A-Foot is a safe, inconspicuous, and innovative prosthetic device, with the added benefits of promoting stump health and gait mobility, as well as physical and financial independence. Together, with your help, we can transform the field of pediatric prosthetics. I thank you, and I welcome your questions.
How does your product compare to a bespoke design, additive manufacturing produced product?
Well, so far, we have created a proof of concept using aluminum, but as far as additive manufacturing comparably, it will be created the same way in this next stage of prototyping, so we would use injection molding. And we need to perform further mechanical testing, but so far, proof of concept has shown that our carbon fiber model would perform stupendously.
And in terms of who pays for this, would this be something that a health insurance company picked up, or is this be a cash expenditure?
Yes, so this would be a product of Medicaid. So that's kind of how the project got started. We wanted to target people who relied on financial assistance programs, and because insurance companies only cover one per year, it would be favorable towards them as their patients would not be filing claims further on in the year.
Just to give us a better feel for how this works, I know you were explaining to me earlier that many of the competing products adjust as the child's growing for height, but what additional adjustments does your design offer, and how easy is it to do? Does the parent do it, or do they have to go visit the doctor?
Yes. So if that wasn't clear, our product stands apart from those on the market because the child or their caregiver could make these adjustments. The adjustment is on the mid-region of the foot, so it addresses the length portion. So that way the weight distribution is more accurately resolved as opposed to the pylons on the market, which I explained to you earlier, which is height adjustability. It's in a cosmetic covering, so children who are maybe a bit more interested are young engineers who will not find themselves taking their feet apart quite often.
So who really is from a marketing point of view, who's the decision maker? Is it the surgeon, the parent, the child? And who would you prioritize as a decision maker?
A decision maker. Definitely the caregiver, but I think more so, we worked with a prosthetist and a physical therapist during this process, and we really spoke with them and their caregivers and the challenges they had with them as they were calling caregivers to calling the doctors and the prosthetists for help. So more caregivers with the child in mind, so they could build their sense of independence as well.
Thank you very much.